Good people, welcome back to the White Family Farmstead. Today we're going to be harvesting one of our bucks. We have a lot of bucks. We have to get rid of some. I was out fighting, sell some, and but we stocked their freezer also. I hope you guys like the content we have for you today. If you don't want to see this video. Okay, this is going to be a graphic video on how we butcher and harvest our bucks. Thank you. Okay, went and got some ice to put in the cooler, getting ready for the meat. So I wanted to just take the time to shout out Set Apart Garden. He recommended this hoist, Hunter's Special Hoist. It works real good, I like it. And I noticed it even locks in place too. So I recommend it to anyone who is doing any butchering. So originally I tried taking it to the butcher, but they told me I have to kill it and then bring it for them. Like, man, if I'm gonna do all this work, might as well do it myself then. So I got together with my brother and we said we're gonna take care of it. Watch a couple of videos. That's why I said I wanted to shout out Set Apart Gardens, kind of refresh my memory. It's been a long time since I've done it. I've done it when I was younger, but this will be the first one I'm doing of my own livestock. But say, ain't nothing like growing your own food, knowing where your food come from, you knowing what you feed it, knowing what chemicals are in it. You never know what you're buying because you don't know what they are feeding the animals. Okay, so what we're doing right now is taking all the skin off and then we're gonna gut it. But the reason I have the blue tops in the back, because I have my animals in the back there, and I don't want to stress them out by seeing this. So I put up the blue tops so I don't have to stress out all my other animals, just to be considerate. Some people don't care, but I do. One step I failed to put on there. Before we hang it up, we went ahead and cut off all the hoofs of the goat. That way when we start skinning, we don't have the hoof to worry about. We just skin right down and do both sides. So me and my brother kind of tag team the goat. I kind of hold back the goat from swiveling on the hoist, and we're gonna make an incision and keep on cutting the skin away, making sure we put a bucket of water. That way we could wash our hands whenever we need to without getting a bunch of hair on the meat. Another thing about doing it when it's cold outside, you don't have to worry about the flies. There's no flies going on the meat. It's a lot easier to work with. You have a little bit more time to work with the meat without the meat, starting to spoil because it's still cold outside. And plus, we try to, after we finish, go ahead and put the meat on ice one time to keep it cool. Having good sharp knives. You must have good sharp tools to work with. It makes your job a lot easier. And make sure you don't cut yourself also. So work safe. Have somebody to help you in case you need help. Clean water. So this is it, skinned. Okay, so the next step is going to be taking all the guts. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut the belly open, take all the guts out, and then start quartering it up. You want to make sure when you're doing that, you don't go too deep to cut any of the organs, to get all the poop and stuff all over the meat. That's why I always have a good hose and just take your time and cut the belly open without cutting any of the organs. As I said, I use that red tote. That red tote comes in handy. Catch all the waste. That way it's easy for me to move, easy for me to put it in the trash bag and get rid of it. Normally what I do is I dig a hole and bury all that stuff. You can throw it in the trash, however you choose to get rid of it. I dig a hole and bury it. Good fertilizer for the ground. So we was able to put a whole lot of meat in the freezer for later days and for the New Year's, to bring in the New Year's with some good old goat meat. So I got another video coming out with us cooking some curry goat. So look out for that one coming out. For me, I like cutting up everything and pre-season it, so when I pull it up from the freezer, when I'm throwing it out, it's already marinated already.